I like the vanilla ones and stuff like that. And then after a while, it's just handfuls of the things. Shove them in your mouth. Much easier, much easier. Have I mentioned the audience figures? I haven't. I don't think I have mentioned the audience figures. Somebody wrote in the other day, I think to the management, which was very sweet, inquiring as to what Steve Allen's audience figures were in the morning. I can only tell you, as James O'Brien wrote to somebody the other day, he said, my audience has tripled. You know, and so LBC has now got the biggest audience it's had in 48 years. The biggest audience. I mean, it is just absolutely staggering. It's all down to you. Nick Ferrari at breakfast, Sheila, James, Eddie Mayer, record-breaking figures, 1.4 million. And so we are the number one commercial station for hours and share with 16.6 million hours and an 8.1% share of the market. So we now reach 3.1 million listeners across the UK, the highest, and an increase of 271,000 people in the past 18 months. I now have, might as well stick my own sixpenneth in, I now have the biggest audience in my time slot in the country. I have the biggest audience. Also, it's bigger than one particular radio station. I won't embarrass them by mentioning them because they're just not worth it. And I say so-called rival, you know, but unfortunately, no competition at all. And I've got a bigger audience than the station. You know why? Because it's this time of the morning and a lot of people wake up. They either don't feel very well, you know, or they're sort of expecting a baby. I'm not saying everybody's expecting a baby. That'd be a bit of a shock, wouldn't it? But the whole idea is that when you turn on the radio, you want to find somebody who sort of is tuned into your wavelength. And we've proved that we're tuned into everybody's wavelength, which is very good. So on behalf of the team, there's only three of us, Minty and Joe, and that's it. And Joe was the replacement for Corey, who is now working with Ian Dale, and they've got great figures as well. So yes, and then Joe was asked, you know, basically with sort of money, would you work with Steve Allen? And he went, would I? No. And they then offered more money, and they went, I tell you what, we could offer you jelly beans as well. Well, that clinched it. He was there straight away. And then the figures started soaring. So, in fact, we've now got our best set of figures ever. Management could not be more happy. Very, very happy. So we're happy as well. So thank you very much indeed. I mean, if I could come round and sort of financially reward every single one of you, I'd probably try and do it. But to be honest with you, you know, just send in your name and address and we'll see what we can do for you. Steve, I've made it this morning. All week you've been on catch-up. You make my morning, says Sid Cup Julie.